One now.
Hi, I'm Miss Toy, and I want to welcome you tonight to another episode of Inside the Haven, where we are mentoring minds and changing lives. Our show is about you, young man, young lady. We want to expose you to purpose, to help you identify and excel in your purpose, and we do that by bringing in career professionals, adults, mature adults, and your peers too, giving you a chance to have an up close and personal conversation with them so they can tell you what they do, how they do it, why they do it, and the steps they took to get to where they are and to be who they are. Right now, so this show is for you. So I want to give you a chance, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, if you're watching. I want to give you a chance to call someone. Call a young person that you love and adore, and have them join in. We have a wonderful guest with us tonight. We have a young lady who she's a magazine publisher, and she's a published author, a very successful young woman, an awesome young lady, and you're going to be blessed and do well to hear from her. So we're going to take a break right now and give you a chance to go call someone and have them listen in. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Inside the Haven. And before I introduce you to my guest, our quote for tonight is always, always expect the best. You have to always expect the best. Have you ever heard of the law of attraction? Whatever you think of, whatever you desire is what will be attracted to you. If you desire, and if you're thinking about negative things, not that that's what you desire, but if those are your thoughts, if your thoughts are negative, negative things will be attracted to you. But if you expect the best, if you want the best, desire the best, then you will have the best. So I want to encourage you, young man, young woman, always expect the best and you will get the best. All right, and with that, I want to introduce you tonight to my friend, my wonderful friend, my new friend. I'm just meeting her, and I find her to be one of the most nicest, sweetest persons I've ever met, really. I'm talking tonight to Raynetta Shackleford Cochran. And you're going to be blessed to hear from her tonight. She has published a magazine. Tell us the name of your magazine, Raynetta.
The Ultimate Black Man magazine.
And that, I believe that's the first of its kind in our area or in the
world.
In the world?
Yes.
Now, what gave you the idea to publish a magazine for the black man?
Well, I have a passion for black men.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they get a bad rap. So when I came up with the idea, I did get a lot of flack from it, but what I did do was say, I don't really care what anybody thinks. We need to show that, especially our young boys and girls, that there are black men out here in the world that's doing positive things.
Right.
And so with that being said, I came up with the magazine called The Ultimate Black Man, and so far we have actually published one edition, which which is the introductory edition, but we are working on possibly doing 52 men a week just to show all the positive black men that we have around the world.
You mean 52, one man each week?
Each week.
Okay.
Each week.
That would be good. I know there are a lot of positive things going on in the world, in our state, in our city. And I've been posting on my Facebook page that, a lot of good things are coming out of Flint.
Yes.
And your magazine is one of them, and I really appreciate you for doing that. Now, go into a little bit more detail about how you got this idea. I mean, did you just go out and say, well, let me find out something nobody else has done, or what was your inspiration? Go a little bit more into that.
Well, actually, about 20 years ago, I really wanted something original, and I just kept digging and kept digging. Of course, I'm an author. I wrote a couple books, But I wanted something that nobody else was doing. And if you believe in God, that's just what I do. I asked God to give me something original. And even though it took 20 years for me to get it, I got it.
Now, this one thing you said, there are many magazine publishers in the world. There are other magazine publishers in Flint. But one thing about Purpose that I've learned is that nobody can publish the way you publish.
Absolutely.
No one can bring out what you bring out. Even if someone else was to come along and publish something similar, it would not be the way you do it. It would not do what your magazine is set to do, because you are you and your purpose is yours and yours alone.
Right.
Right. So you said about 20 years ago. So how long you said this is your first issue?
This is the first issue, but I started it in 2010 with the concept and just kept working on it and working on it. And I've got some awesome men I'm the only woman on my staff. And I have some awesome men working with me, my photographer, my creative director. Well, actually, it is another woman. But right now she's kind of like in the background, but I'm doing everything. Actually, my photographer and I are doing most of the leg work, trying to get out here, get photo shoots. If anybody knows, I've been doing live photo shoots with some of the guys that we've been doing. But it's just awesome. Everything we're doing, we're really just bringing all the men to the forefront, all the black men to the forefront.
And there's nothing racist or anti any other race about that. It's it's just. I mean, I don't see it that way. I mean, it's just promoting positive, because the black man gets such a bad rap.
Absolutely.
Gets such a bad rap. So
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So what kind of training or college or life experience or just self things that you taught yourself have you had to go through to publish this magazine?
It's just trial and error. You just do it. You go through. Like, I did a launch. I did an introductory launch, and it wasn't the greatest, but I did it. And I just tell people, you just got to keep going and don't give up. It was times that I wanted to give up, and now it's just no way I'm going to give up. I've put too much work into it. The guys are just awesome that I'm working with. They encourage me. They call me. You know, what we're going to do next, especially my photographer. Sometimes we have our little spits and spats, but he's there. I mean, it's trial and error. Everything is trial and error. I mean, this is totally out of my field, out of my degree, but I am a passionate writer, and I love literary, so anything literary, I'm going to try.
Okay, so you have a degree?
I have a degree in healthcare administration.
Okay, oh, well, this is totally
out of my degree. Totally out of my degree. Right. So, but I do have a passion for writing.
Okay.
And a couple years ago, I was presented the Phenomenal Woman Award in the literary field at the McCree. So I just love literary.
Right. So you read a lot?
No. I write a lot. I write a lot, but I don't read a lot. But I read a lot becoming a publisher.
Okay.
Publishing the books, because the young lady that I had publishing my very first book, she passed away. So I had to learn how to publish.
Okay.
And it was easy, and now I love it.
Okay.
I've published 17 authors also, but I published myself, and that's
so you published the book, but you've also published other people's books?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what was the name? Did you have what was the name of your publishing company? Or
I still have my publishing company. Okay, it's called Abraham's Publishing Company.
Okay, so can someone contact you if they want? Okay.
They can. I still help people publish books, but mainly I publish my own books.
Okay. Let the audience see your magazine. Turn it around.
That's lit. It's kind of, this is my work magazine, so you guys kind of bear with me here. See?
Very nice, very nice. So what were some of the articles that was in your first issue?
We talk about health. We talk about marriage. We talk about the men. We talk about anything that concerns our black community, because we know health is an issue. We know some of the men don't like to go to the doctor. We know some of the men have issues with marriages, getting married. With the second issue that we're going to come up with, we're going to talk about being single in black. We're going to talk about, oh my goodness, fashion in our black community. I mean, everything that we see we're going to talk about it in a positive way. Right. Nothing negative. Right. Everything is going to be positive.
Well, one thing I find out about discovering purpose and walking into destiny is that sometimes people start out on one track and then they end up somewhere else. All good. Not that the first thing has to be bad, but was there anything about your college degree? You said what you said was in
Healthcare administration.
that helps you in what you're doing now. Was any of
Well, organization.
Okay.
That teaches you organization. It teaches you management, and those are things that you take and you put into something else. Now I'm a procrastinator, so
me too.
So that's a big thing with me. But I'm
that.
trying hard to
Right.
get everything done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's taken a while, but everything takes a while. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect this to turn, to be good overnight. I knew it was going to take a lot because this is my first time ever doing this. I mean, I designed this whole magazine myself.
I thought today, and you did a good job. I had a thought today that even though, me doing this show, and I thought about how small it seems, but I thought, even though you start small, you can't be afraid to dream big.
Absolutely.
You cannot be afraid to dream big.
Absolutely.
And so I hear just big dreams coming from you, big things, so, but we have to start somewhere.
Right.
So, young man, young lady, whatever you're dreaming of, let's say you want to publish a magazine one day, you had ideas of it, you thought about it, and it feels good one day, and the next day you fall back into, I don't think I can do that. Well, you can do it. Absolutely. You can do it. Here's a witness. Here's an example. You can do it. You might start small, but don't be afraid to dream big. And do you have or have you had in the past a mentor, in your publishing endeavor?
I wouldn't say a mentor, but I do have a young lady that actually, when I started writing, I called her and she sent me some information and she said, just do it. And that's Cynthia Hatcher.
Okay.
Sent me some information, said do it, and from there you just have to read. You just have to know what you want to do. So, just like Toy said, you have to dream big. And if you don't dream big, then what's the sense of dreaming?
Right.
And faith without works is dead.
Right.
Everything you do, you have to work really hard at it. Some of the things that I've done, I didn't have to work hard at it because I love to write. And I'm also a playwright.
Okay.
So I have a play coming out. I'm not going to tell anybody when it is. Right now we're writing music to it. So we're good.
Oh, good. Well, what obstacles have you had to overcome to publish this magazine or to do anything
Oh, my
for that
goodness.
matter? But can you think of anything specific?
One in
You'd like to
particular,
share one or
money.
two?
You have to. Everything that you do, it comes out of your own pocket. Okay.
It does.
No one's running to me saying, "Oh, well, here's $1,000 to do this," or here's this. I did everything from out of my own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Published a magazine, had a magazine launch. Every single thing I did on my own, and just like I said. It wasn't the best, but I'm learning, and I'm willing to even learn more. So
I would say it was the best because you did it.
Right.
It would have been bad if you hadn't have done it.
Right.
So it was the best because you did it. Now you saying the next one will be better.
Right.
But this one was the best.
Well, yeah, that's because it's number one.
It was number one.
Right.
So and then we grow and we get better as we do more.
Absolutely.
As we do more.
Absolutely.
I had someone ask me if I would like to give a gift to my guests that come on the show, and I would like to give my guests a gift when they come on the show, but it comes out of my pocket, So like you said, it's not about it's about the money, but it isn't.
Right.
I love to make money, but I love doing what I do more. My heart's desire is to reach someone, to help someone more so than it is to make some money. So I heard Oprah Winfrey say one time that the money will come.
It will.
But it's not at the forefront of what you do. It's at what's at the forefront is your passion and your purpose and your dream and getting it out there because it's an extension of who you are.
Absolutely.
It's part of who you are and it's your gift to the world and it's all about giving it and have it being received and they say the money will come.
It'll come. If you work hard enough, it'll come.
It'll come. Okay, so what do you like most about what you do?
Helping people.
Okay.
When we're doing it, it might not seem like that we're helping. It might not seem like we're helping, but we're bringing these guys out so people can see who they are, and that helps our community. So it might not, like I said, it might not seem like it, but it does. We can't touch every man in the world, but at least if we can touch a part of them, we know that we're helping. And this is a family magazine, so we want. I try to get people to call me, text me.
Right.
I don't care if it could be a janitor, it can be somebody, the smallest person, and
the director is motioning to himself.
Right.
So
but it
he's
can
going
be
to call
anybody,
you.
right? We want to feature that person,
Right.
that man. I'm telling you, I have such a passion for our black men.
You know, that's what I want to do here with at Inside the Haven, this show. I'm looking for the doctor, the lawyer, the janitor,
Right.
the whoever.
Right.
I'm just looking for people from all walks of life,
Right.
because someone might be looking and they might want to become, they might want to have a janitorial business.
Right.
I don't know, but it would be good for them to hear from a janitor to find out how to clean.
Absolutely.
You know, so there's something to be learned from everyone.
Right.
From everyone. Your magazine is wonderful,
Thank you.
and much success to you with it. Now, when will the next one be coming out, you said?
The official magazine launch is going to be August 26, 2017.
Okay.
And we're gonna have copies of the magazine there. People can come in and get a magazine. They actually can come in and enjoy. It's gonna be a ball. We're gonna dress up and have a good time.
Wow, that'd be nice.
You know, have a nice little DJ, have some dinner, and present some of the guys with some awards. And we're going to do it on similar to what we did, and hopefully we can give some scholarships away to some of our young men. And also we do feature one youth per issue. Mm-hmm. So we do have young men around here that we go out and that we photograph. Some of the basketball players, and just like in this issue, my grandson is in here.
Oh, okay.
So he is an RA student. He plays basketball. He played football. So I decided, let's put him in here.
You know, good. I was trying to get him. Not get him. I'm sorry. I was trying to get my grandson on the show. He just left going to Missouri to go to college, and he's going to be their star player.
Okay.
And so, but he lives 60 miles away, and he's been really busy, so it just didn't work out for me to get him down here to tape a show. But I will. You know, you might as well promote your own.
Absolutely.
You know,
have
if
to.
they're doing good.
And we don't promote our own, who else is going to promote them?
With that, I want to take a small break and take care of some house cleaning things, and I'll be right back.
Only on public access.
white people. What's up?
We're kids from Ferguson, Missouri.
You know that little place where white police shot an unarmed black teen in the face? It was a national disgrace. So listen up, cause we're here to talk to you about race. Sometimes white people are like, but is racism still a thing? Spoiler alert.
Duh.
Yeah. That's because Beyonce is on your playlist and you voted for Obama,
Doesn't mean that our generation
I've seen the end of racist drama.
Racism is not one of those things.
So go away. If you pretend it doesn't exist,
Like Crocs or Justin Bieber.
all this focus on race makes me uncomfortable.
uncomfortable
Try being black.
Fun fact.
when the NYPD stops white people.
They frisk only 8%.
When they stop blacks and Latinos, they frisk 85%.
Oh. Ooh, what's that smell?
That would be racism.
We just want to equal shot in life.
Not to be shot to death.
It's you people who are making this about race. I don't see color. Really?
Did you know that employers
Don't even need to see the color of our skin.
For the discrimination to begin, resumes with black sounding names like Tanisha and Tyrone are 50% less likely
To be called in for a job interview
in the exact same resume?
with white sounding names. But is this injustice? Surprising.
When 40% of whites
Actually say white people are more hardworking than black people.
You people are just playing the race card.
No one's playing cards. This is not a game.
Complain about this race card BS.
It's just an obvious way
Of trivializing.
and marginalizing people. So stop.
Some of my best friends are black.
You get a cookie. Here's a hot tip.
You're not really being a friend. We try saying racism has reached its end.
Racism is not over, but I'm over racism.
The continued discrimination against black people.
Us white people, we have to erase it. And the first step is to own up and face it. In America, fighting for equal treatment,
Is not a black thing.
we all have to do our part.
Be the shit, get a shirt. $5 from each shirt goes directly to charities working in communities to fight racism. Band together against racism.
Racism is not over, but I'm over racism.
Hands up. Don't shoot.
Me dijeron que no debía soñar. Me llamaron pedazo de basura y juraron que eso es todo lo que llegaría a ser. Dijeron que una botella no podría ver el océano. Ríndete. Regresa al basurero. Pero no les hice caso. Me abrí paso. Y ahora estoy aquí. Soy lo que siempre quise ser.
Welcome back to Inside the Haven, where we are mentoring minds and changing lives, seeking to just change the life of one person at a time. Well, 1,000 people at a time, put it like that. And before we continue our conversation with the awesome Raynetta Shackleford Cochran, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I want to give a shout out to, and this was sent in by her mother. I want to give a shout out to Zipporah Turner. Zipporah is 22 years old. She's a graduate with honors from Kendall College of Art and Design in Grand Rapids, Michigan. She graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in, this year. Zipporah has a major in illustration and a minor in digital media. Zipporah will be seeking her master's in San Francisco in the fall of 2017. We wish her well. She sounds like a very successful and beautiful young lady. We wish her well, and we look forward to her and hearing good things from her in the future. And I want to thank her mother for sending that in to us. We really appreciate it. And so with that, Raynetta, how long have you been a publisher?
For 10 years. In 2000, I started in 2006 when I wrote my first book.
Okay, and what was the name of your first book?
From a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Wow, that sounds phenomenal.
Yes, it was written about some incidents that happened in my life when I was a little girl until I was 18. And then I published my second book in 2012 called Loving Me to Loving You.
Okay.
And it's about learning how to love yourself, what not to put up with, and then being able to love someone else. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love
anyone else. Don't be fooled.
That's right.
Right. A lot of people can find themselves in abusive situations because they're in love with someone who doesn't love themselves, so they can't love you if they don't love them.
Absolutely.
And so you'll be mistreated.
But it's also about doing drugs, in adulterous relationships, basically the things that you do to yourself, period, and then understanding that you don't have to do those things. And I put, it's about 20 scriptures in there that I put in there that I read when I was going through a bad time in my life. And then on top of that, I wrote a play called Fool Me Once, which hasn't been out yet. My first play I did was in 2012, the summer of 2000 and, oh goodness, I can't even remember. 2012, I'm sorry, January 2012, and my second book I did in 2013. That's what happened. Yeah.
It's something about another thing I understand about purpose is that once you step out on faith and belief in yourself and in God and do the one thing that you've got this idea to do, you begin to get other ideas to do other things, and the gift and the creativity of it will increase and get sharper and better as you go along.
Yes.
But you have to get started.
You have to start.
You have to get started.
That's right. And then you just continue to ask for that creativity. I ask for creativity every day. Give me more creativity. And it's just so much. Sometimes I get so frustrated with myself because I have so many things that I want to do. So.
I understand that. I really do. I really do. Yeah. But I'm learning as I mature more to not linger on and think about it too long, because I can think of so many times I've missed this opportunity, missed that opportunity because I was scared and fearful and just not trusting in the ability that God gave me. But no more.
That's right.
No more. If you have an idea, He didn't give us a spirit of fear, and you have to go with it, and stay with it, and like you say, you're a procrastinator. Well, I'm coming out of that too.
Well, I'm coming out of it.
Yeah.
But sometimes we get distracted, and sometimes when we get that distraction, we have to know that it's distraction, and then we have to continue on. And I tell people, people look at us and they think that we don't go through things, and we do. And you just have to walk through that storm.
You have to walk through that storm. Okay, with that, just real quick, do you have any words of encouragement for our youth of America to just encourage them real quick?
What I would say is, whatever it is that you think that you want to do, just do it. Step out in faith, step out of the box, and just do whatever it is that you think you can do. Whatever you have a passion to do, whatever you're good at doing, do it.
All right, with that, I agree with that. Thank you once again for joining us tonight with Inside the Haven, where we're mentoring minds and changing lives. By that, I mean that we're mentoring you by way of television. We don't know you. We can't touch you, but we're doing our best to reach you and to let you know that you can do whatever it is that God has put in your heart to do, and you can be good at it, you can excel at it, and make it happen. And if you can't join us here in the studio, you can go to our website, InsideTheHaven.com, and you can post your interview there. With that, once again, I've had a great time with Ms. Cochran here tonight, and thank